I was watching Ashley Norton's Debby Ryan deep dive, and she talked about a 2010 Christian movie Debbie starred in called What If, where a guy gets to see what his life would be like if he followed God's plan instead of his dreams. And I thought to myself, what if I reviewed the movie?
And that's what this is.
Debbie is a side character in this movie, which I wasn't expecting considering this is one of the movie posters. She's front and center, her name's right here. Like, why are they Debby lying to us? I feel like they just wanted all the little Disney kids to think it's a cool movie. It's not, but it's still very much worth reviewing though. The main character is played by Kevin Sorbo, an actor that peaked in the 90s playing Hercules and claims he got blacklisted from Hollywood for being Christian and conservative, which I'm guessing means he sucks or he tried to make literally everything about being Christian and conservative, which is a common characteristic among those types of people. Like, there could be a video of a guy getting punched in the face a lot, and the top comment will be about how Jesus loves you. Like, maybe if you friggin' love Jesus, your jaw wouldn't be broken. And just look at the movies he's in. God's Here, God's Not Dead, God of War, and probably the funniest Christian movie name ever, Jesus Freaks. You know what? Hell yeah, Jesus. Oh, heaven yeah, Jesus, sorry. He's also a super Trump supporter. Actually, pretty much all the main actors are Trump supporters because it's a white Christian conservative movie, so like, obviously. Kevin has gotten his Facebook removed for spreading false claims about COVID, said assault weapons aren't real, and Kamala should say the N-word if she's really black, because those are very godly things to do. But looking at his pinned tweet, I guess he changed his mind. It says, I didn't get blacklisted from Hollywood. I left because they're all pedos. Oh boy, do I have news for you. Like, do you know nothing about who you voted for? Anyways, this movie is very bad and just tries to shove Christian values down your throat using a cliche plot. Like, the premise of this movie is just a Christmas Carol, but super Christian. It's a Christian Carol. Before we get into it, if you're a non-hateful Christian person, I have nothing against you. I'm just making a silly little movie review. So the movie starts in an old bus station where the main character, Ben Walker, gives an old homeless lady some money because he's a great guy.
Oh my God, Debby Ryan!
Ben is going into the city for an 8-month business trip, and his girlfriend, Wendy, is very sad. But he reassures her that nothing will change. Shawty, on God, I won't slang peen all over the city. Then Wendy gives him a Bible, and he doesn't seem that happy about it.
This is awesome. Oh my God, bro.
He's like, if it's not a $60 Bible from an orange demon, I don't want it. Wendy wants him to be a preacher, but he says
It's not something I want to do.
he wants to go into the city and build a good career. And everybody knows when you go to the big bad city, you get corrupted by the woke mob and they're accepting people for who they are and acknowledging social injustices. Ugh. Wendy doesn't want that to happen.
That career stuff just isn't.
A career? A good paying job? You don't just want to be a financially struggling preacher? So Ben gets up to leave and forgot the Bible. I told you he didn't seem happy about it. He even touched it right before he picked up his bag. But they have a dramatic ass send off with the infamous turnaround. That bus driver's probably thinking, get the hell in! If she's that sad and doesn't give a fuck about a career, go with him, right? Like, what? So he leaves and we go 15 years in the future. And we know we're in the city because there's awesome music and B-roll. Ben now works at a corporate firm or whatever where he's just cocky as hell.
I'm the best.
Also, I'm really glad they told us it was 15 years later because Ben looks the exact same. They thought putting a flannel on him would make him look younger. No. This next scene is so confusing. I'm confused right now just thinking about it. There's this meeting about a company that's in trouble getting taken over and they try to make Ben look so cool. He brought in a cup of coffee and used it to start the conversation.
Can you believe they charge $4.50 for a cup of coffee? I think we're in the wrong business.
Then did this after the deal was closed.
Forgot your coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
He didn't need to do all that. He didn't even relate the coffee to his yap session.
Rome was so strong that she bantered days in the second most powerful nation in the world, Egypt. The Egyptians surrendered without a fight. Rather than go against an empire that never lost a war.
You take out the coffee, the scene's pretty much exactly the same. I just know the writer thought he ate with that one. And then he says, I don't drink coffee. This shit's fire on God.
On who? Did you just use my name in vain?
I said gosh. I said gosh. Also, when he's stirring the coffee, he looks like he's jerking off his Kevin Sorbone. After the meeting, this guy is mad at Ben for the way he closed the deal, so they get into a little argument. But the big boss man is on Ben's side and gives him a promotion. Why did I think he was just about to toss him off the building right there? Ben goes back to his office and gets a letter from Wendy saying she'll be in their hometown for a charity event and wants to see him. But he's corrupted by the big bad woke city. So he says,
Just send a check to her charity. It's probably what she wants anyway.
okay, a little side note about Wendy's note. I was reading it to see if there was anything funny, but supposedly at this charity event, there's gonna be a performance by Jamar Old. But look at the day this video is posted. It's my friend Jamar's birthday, and he's old. It's spelled different, but Jamar Old. This was God's way of making sure I remembered my friend's birthday. Oh my God, maybe.
Oh my what?
I said gosh. I said gosh. Okay, back to the movie. Ben's new girlfriend, Cynthia, shows up and just somehow knows he got a promotion.
So I hear congratulations are in order for us?
It got offered to him like 5 minutes ago. How do you know that? And how did you get there so fast?
Good news travels fast.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I thought her name was Cynthia, but I guess it's good news. But then she sees a wedding ring box.
You weren't supposed to see that yet.
Well, she wouldn't have if you didn't slide it directly into her line of sight when she came in. Then they have the least emotional proposal in history.
Will you marry me?
Of course, Penny Bear. You're the only man I could possibly see myself with. Watch the nail.
And guess what he does right after proposing to his girlfriend of 2 years?
He goes out to celebrate with all of their friends?
No, Benny Bear goes to buy himself a brand new Benz. And he does it in the most obnoxious way possible.
Let's save you the pain of negotiating and make this quick. This car is costing you money every day it sits on the lot, and I can help you with that. Obviously, I'm not paying MSRP, and I'm not paying the...
Okay, let's shut that shit up. He gets the car and everything is great. For like 2 seconds, because the Benz breaks down.
It means it's a brand new car.
And he makes the big mistake of blaming God for it.
You think this is funny?
Ben is now dead and in hell. He has to navigate the fiery pits of... No, I'm just kidding. He's in an alternate timeline where he gave up his dreams to be a man of God. And there's a tow truck driver named Mike, played by John Ratzenberger, who voiced hella Pixar characters. And I was like, whoa, this guy actually might be pretty... Oh, he's a Trump supporter. It's a Christian conservative movie, London. Stay focused. So Mike says he's
An angel sent here to help you straighten out your life.
Imagine it was a biblically accurate angel.
God sent me here because you suck balls.
But why does he need his life straightened out? He's a rich white guy. Just with those 2 characteristics, you can become a cult leader president loved by Christians. Anyways, he's taking Ben back to his small town of Clearville, which he is not happy about.
I'm not going back to Clearville. You see, I spent my whole life trying to escape from there.
And Mike is being very vague about this complex situation.
Now that we're here, you're going to find things have changed just a little bit. Well, things have changed a lot. Look, you're just going to have to go with it. For right now, it's reality. It's your reality. You're just going to have to accept it. Don't do anything stupid like jumping out in front of a car or sticking your finger in some light socket to see if it's real, because it is.
What are you talking about? Just tell him why he's there. He just got knocked the fuck out by God himself, and you're acting like he's supposed to just know what's going on. This next part is so wild for a Christian movie, but look at what this angel of God does.
Close your eyes. Count backwards from 100.
No.
Fine.
Maybe if he friggin' loved Jesus, his jaw wouldn't be broken. Ben wakes up from being punched by an angel, with Wendy being his wife and having 2 kids, Megan and... Oh my God, Debby Ryan! Mike the angel told Ben only the little girl's name
Oh, yeah, one more thing. Megan. Her name's Megan. Who? The little girl.
instead of both of his children. I don't know why. I guess he doesn't fuck with rebels, which Debbie happens to be in this movie too.
And want to go to church.
But Ben is acting very weird.
No, I'm not your dad. I'm not anybody's dad.
I knew I was adopted.
Like, he basically got dropped into this timeline with no instructions and just replaced the godly version of himself that's supposed to be there. Imagine an angel drops you into a random ass timeline.
Alright, here we are. Just do some shit. I don't fucking know.
Where am I?
Okay, bye.
You ready to go to the rally, bud? What? Got your hat right here. Don't forget your orange demon Bible. Oh, fuck no. Oh,
You think this is funny?
how would an airbag deploy? There's not even a car in here. Oh well, guess I'll just finish cutting these 2 eye holes in this white sheet. Okay, let's continue. They're getting ready to go to the church that they live right next to, which is convenient.
Convenient.
That's what I'm saying. They walk in, the choir singing Christian carols. And I haven't been to church since I was like, I don't know, 12, but I don't think everyone's supposed to look mad as hell. Is the choir really that bad? They're like, oh my fucking gosh, they suck ass. So the family goes to sit down, and then...
Reverend, it's already time. I'm ready for you now.
Reverend.
Yeah, it's Benny Bear's first day as the new Reverend. This is gonna be good.
This is a very exciting day for the Little White Church.
Wait, it's called the Little White Church? I mean, I guess that makes sense, but maybe if it was the Little Black Church, the choir wouldn't bore everyone, but okay.
It's good to see you all here with your families. You know, I'm with my family as well. Wendy there with Megan, and my other daughter's name escapes me at the moment.
Why didn't Mike tell him the name?
I'm Radio Rebel.
Oh yeah, I forgot she's a rebel.
The Bible's old. It's really old. So I think it'd be good to talk about some modern things.
Ben's a progressive, let's go.
Noah, I mean, look, there's Noah. He had an ark. Noah had an ark, and well, he couldn't have afforded to build the ark without money. God obviously wants us to have money.
Yeah, so basically his whole sermon is just, get your bag up? The fuck? And the people's faces are so funny. Why'd they make church seem so lame? I don't think I've seen one of these extra smile this entire scene. They even got young Elon Musk mad.
You should be ashamed of yourself. If Pastor McKenna wasn't already gone, that sermon would have killed him.
Personally, I thought it was great. No wasted time, right to the point. Things are good, make more money. It works for me. See you next week, Ro.
Don't count on it.
He definitely got spanked that night for that. But honestly, facts. Kid me would have been so hype if that's all church was. Listen to a little music, black church music, have a guy say some stuff for a minute and eat food. I would have loved church. Okay, we got a Debby Ryan part finally.
Hey, you know, I'd really prefer to get to know his parents a little bit more before they get too close.
Yeah, I'll take care of this. I got it.
It's the old crush on a boy plot point.
I didn't know you went to this church.
I didn't know the new pastor was your dad.
Why didn't they refilm that? I didn't know like what? I assumed when Ben said he would handle it, he would ask him some questions, ask about his parents, but
I need to have a few words with this young man. I'm new to this father thing, but I know a deal closer when I see one.
You're new to the father thing?
Yeah, so here, I'll give you $80 to stay away from my daughter. Apparently, it's all I've got.
What the fuck? Now I know why he gave that homeless lady money at the beginning. He was like, I'll pay you $20 if you get the fuck out of here. You make me sick. After he bribed his daughter's crush to stay away from her, Ben sees Mike the Angel's towing truck and immediately starts chasing it all the way back to his shop.
Why didn't you stop?
Does this look like a taxi to you?
No, but it looks like someone blew chunks all over it, on the windshield and everything. Resurrection? More like regurgitation, am I right? Okay, I know you're laughing really hard right now, but lock in. We need answers from Mike.
So have you figured it out yet?
It's a dream.
You feel pain in a dream?
No, why?
Maybe if he freaking loves Jesus, his finger wouldn't be broken.
You honestly expect me to believe that you're an angel?
Yeah, he hasn't done anything angel-like. He drives the regurgitation mobile and is fixing a car that God broke in the first place. Why can't he just fix it? And why can't he fly or do literally anything but be rude?
I'm not allowed to use my power while in earthly form.
In other words, they didn't have the budget to do cool shit because it's a Christian movie. Now we get some explanation, but pretty much anyone could come to this conclusion at this point in the film.
It's called The Great What If.
He said the thing.
What if, well, you followed God's plan for your life instead of your own?
That's right, little Disney kids tricked into watching this movie. Instead of following your dreams and carving your own life path based on your interests, go to Little White Church and get your bag up, the fuck. But don't be black or they'll look at you like this. Ben goes back home and still isn't accepting the situation, so he tries to drive back to the city in the family minivan. But it has no gas, so he contemplates stealing money from Wendy's purse.
We're married, right? I mean, what's yours is mine, and what's mine isn't in my wallet right now.
Then Megan shows up.
Daddy, what are you doing with Mommy's purse?
And gives him her piggy bank. I thought she was gonna tell on his ass. That's what she should have done.
How much gas will this get me? It's $1. You gotta be kidding me.
Well, yeah, dumbass. You put one crumpled up dollar in the tank. Mike the Angel shows up, of course, and takes Ben back to the city, but in a timeline where he doesn't exist for some reason. They go back to the firm, nobody knows him.
Excuse me, sir, you need to wait here.
I'm sorry, and you are?
Who are you here with?
And the guy that almost threw the boss off the building at the beginning is engaged to Cynthia, so Benny Bear is really mad.
Yeah, last time I saw you, I was your Benny Bear.
Benny Bear?
That's my fiance you're speaking to, Barney Bear.
Fiance, what, this guy?
Are you kidding me?
He does the Wolf of Wall Street thing.
I'm not leaving here. I'm not leaving here. Call security.
I don't know what the point of that was. You want to play hard to get? Now I'm gonna show you what it would be like if you didn't exist. Okay. Hey, do any of you know me?
Nah, you got no clout.
Okay. See how they live without you? Yeah, but I don't exist, so I think it's pretty obvious that things will be different. What does this prove?
Look over there.
Why? You probably thought the last part of that skit was just a funny little ending I thought of. Well,
I need you to close your eyes and count backward from 100.
No, I'm not going back there. You can't make me.
Look, Cynthia's coming back.
It's not Cynthia.
why is he so physically violent? He's supposed to be Mike the Angel, but he's seeming more like Kurt Angle the way he's just beating ass. I'm convinced the next scene is gonna be... But no, that's not the next scene. This is.
Daddy, why did Jonah die?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he didn't love Jesus the way fish are supposed to.
Mommy, my goldfish is in hell!
Well, maybe if your friggin' fish loved Jesus, it wouldn't be in hell. Then Ben and Wendy have to do commitment testing to see if this young couple is compatible.
Then the Lord God made a woman from the rib he had taken out of the man, and he brought her to the man. The man said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man."
Wait, wouldn't men give birth if that was the case?
New Bible plot hole just dropped.
But then again,
The Bible's old. It's really old.
Ben tries really hard to discourage this young couple from getting married in this scene.
4x4 you drove up in. I bet you're fond of that, huh?
Yeah, I love that truck. Brittany loves me in it.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
A year from now, it's a minivan. Trust me on this. Attractive, right? It's hard to look hot when your ride has child safety seats, isn't it?
And this makes Wendy very upset.
You compared marriage to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole.
And she's about to get even more upset.
Kimberly, what's going on?
Everybody's talking about me. What? Why? Daddy paid Dylan Jordan, the most popular guy in Clearville, $80 to stay away from me.
Please tell me that isn't true.
Unfortunate. But her name's Kimberly. Put her front and center on the poster, but we don't even know her name until an hour in. Okay, this next scene is another emotional talk between Wendy and Ben, and it perfectly encapsulates how slow this movie is. I've been cutting it up so you don't die of boredom, but just look.
I wanted to ask you something.
I get they're trying to do pauses for dramatic effect, but in a boring movie, oh my God, it's so annoying. This is live footage of me throughout the movie.
Oh my fucking God, this shit is so boring.
I wanted to bail on this Christian movie so bad, man. Get it? Because Christian Bale, he played Batman. I said bad man. Okay, I had to put it in 1.5 times speed, and that made it so much more tolerable. Like, I forgot it was even sped up. Anyways, Ben goes back to Mike's shop once again.
This thing isn't working. I'm hurting these people, and I don't want to hurt them.
How's this? Everything in life boils down to this. God loves you, so love other people.
Unless they're queer or a minority. In that case, you can insult their entire existence, no problem.
You're not getting out of this until you totally embrace the situation. Total surrender, even on a trial basis.
Total surrender.
Total surrender.
After that, Ben goes into God mode. He's reading the Bible, having nice moments with Wendy, dropping the kids off at school. He buys Megan a new fish since her other one went to hell. He even cooks up a plan to fix the church's money problem. You can tell he's cooking because he looks at their East-West bank account and goes, and invests all the family's money into the company from the beginning of the movie. He's finally understanding this test. Now it's Sunday again, and this week you get a free ticket to heaven. And by free, they mean the small price of giving away your hard-earned money to the church. Before that though, Ben tries to make things right with Kimberly after bribing her crush to stay away from her by bribing her with concert tickets that her crush wants to go to, I guess.
There's a guy who'd really like to go with you. Dylan.
You didn't.
No, I didn't pay him. What do you think, I'm crazy?
Well, you did it in the first place, so it's not that far-fetched. So they go to church and he starts saying some stuff. I don't know, he wasn't talking about getting to the bag type shit, so I kind of zoned out. This is supposed to be the big changing moment of the story, so why are all the extras still mad as fuck? Long story short, Benny Bear is fully submerged in God and being a really great guy. The couple he made cry even likes him now.
Pastor Ben,
Hey,
just want to thank you for
shaking us up during the commitment testing, making us think about some of the things that we're facing. It was pure genius.
Him and Wendy are all romantical, and the stock price on that company went up.
How much did we earn?
Well, enough to put the $837 back in the checking account and make a generous donation to the termite fund, and enough to take care of a few small things around the house.
So he followed his last sermon and got to the bag. But then...
Ben! I'm sorry, there's a emergency down at the hospital. We gotta go.
But
There's a guy down there needs you. He's dying. We don't have much time.
Yeah, he has to visit a random dying man in the hospital to convince him to believe in God for some reason. It goes on very slowly for like 10 minutes, and apparently this terrified dying man has an angel too. Sadly, this angel is black, so he can't even go to Little White Church. Not sure you want to though, shit's boring.
I believe that the Bible is true and Jesus is my savior.
Oh yeah, we reached the quota. We're getting a raise. I don't know why they put this part in. It seems kind of out of place and random. Maybe they just needed a way to say godly things to a non-believer, and that's the best they could come up with. The moral of this part of the movie is you can do whatever you want in life. You can say freak Jesus. As long as you start believing on your deathbed, you're good. Anyways, everything is going swell until the big boss man calls Mike on the hospital phone.
Hello. But he, yes, I understand. I understand. Thank you. Looks like you're going back to your old life.
I guess God just decided the experiment was over and Ben needs to go home right now, no exceptions. And he is not happy about this.
Why show me all this if I can't have it? Why give me Kimberly and Megan if I can't keep them?
He wants to say goodbye to Wendy, so he snatches the keys to the truck, runs down the hall, slips on the wet floor that wasn't wet a second ago, and bam, he wakes up back in his old woke life. He's in the hospital from when God hit him in the head with an airbag and breaks up with Cynthia immediately.
I can't marry you.
Then remembers that Wendy invited him to the thingy thing at the church.
She's here. She's at the church tonight. She's here.
So he trades his watch for one of the nurse's cars and rushes to the Little White Church. On the way, he puts his hand up just in case God wants to knock his ass out again. He finally gets there and Wendy already left, but...
She headed back to Chicago tonight. Yeah, one of our members just dropped her off at the bus station.
She's at the old bus station. We're going full circle, guys. He gets to the bus station. There's no homeless people because he made sure they don't hang around there anymore. He sees Wendy. They start talking a little bit. And just a reminder, it's been
15 and a half years
since Ben broke Wendy's heart. Keep that in mind.
Bye.
Wendy, please don't go yet.
No, Wendy, please.
Something's changed me.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving right now. I have to go.
Okay, Wendy.
Have you thought about us?
Benny broke my heart. And it's taken me so many years to get over the hurt and the anger that I've had for you and the anger I had for God.
Exactly. Fuck that guy.
Don't do what I did.
Why not? That's the correct thing to do.
I have to go. I cannot do this.
Thank you. That would have been so dumb if he actually took her back. 15 years? That's like 71% of my life. Why would he even... Oh my fucking God, bro. Remember I promised we'd get married and I wouldn't sling my peen all over the city and then ghosted you for 15 years? Yeah? Well, we should be together now, because I changed over the past week. What? No. Come on, please. Okay. But yeah, that's all I got. That was What If. There was a movie that made me want to kill myself. This is my first and last time watching a Christian movie, unless I do another video. Probably not. Let me know if you want another one. But I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. The like and subscribe button and all that and whatever. And yar. Bye. Do you think I'm going to hell for making this video?
Yes.